Welcome back to another Spirit Island video. In this video, I'll be playing some Hearth-Vigil into Scotland 6. It's another very strong matchup for the dog. We got, was it 2 in the lowest, 1 in the highest. And we got board E, which is normally a very good solo board. It's a pretty solid Hearth-Vigil board as well. Set up everything, and we got our sands here. So what I'm going to do this game is I'm going to choose to first strike in my E1, and then I will take my blight on E6, and then I'll clear my E7, and I'll play very high tempo. And what I will do is I'm going to do a build. So you have pretty much two options. You can either G2 or G3. If you G3, you can go bottom track and you can get an extra card play. It costs you 1 energy. I'm going to do that just for that chance. There's a 33% chance that I can stop and explore, and that can actually get me pretty far ahead. So I'm going to do that. I think this is how I want to play it. I'll put a presence into here, and I can just gather a Dahan like this. I think the only negative is I only get 1 fear off this play. I think it's okay though. So I'm gonna go bottom, 1, 2, 3. Oh, I should start with an energy as well. And we have surrounded by the Dahan. I'm gonna choose to isolate this land over here. I'm gonna put this presence over here in my E6. And I'm gonna gather a single Dahan with my growth option. Not my growth option, my bonus growth. I then have that right innate where I'm gonna gather 2 Dahan, and I'm gonna throw those Dahan over to here, I believe, to my E5. Then I plan to grow into my E1 and gather a single Dahan here. And the whole point of this play is I want to isolate my E8, trying to get ahead that way. And then my Dahan centralized, I can kind of bring them wherever I need them to go. So Sands build. And the Explorer is going to be, and look at that. And that's why we isolated this wetland. I decided to take the risk, and I mean, it paid off big time. Okay. So Call to Vigilance, 2 fear, and I'm going to use that to push this town out of E7, and I'm going to throw it, so actually, we'll throw it over here to E1. Yeah, we'll do E1. Okay, time passes, and I'm going to now grow from my top track here, and I'm going to put this presence right over here in my E1, and I'm going to gain a minor. I'm looking for that Sun Earth. 0 cost is even better. Promises is probably the best card in the, well, it's definitely a top 3 best card for Hearth-Vigil. So I'm just going to grab this. Though we also got Nature's Resilience and Sky Stretch, which are both amazing cards. All 3 of these cards are game winning. Promises allows me to do the most, though. Now we are playing solo, so I get to use Story and Season on myself, which kind of fixes Hearth-Vigil's Dahan movement puzzle. And that's where you would normally grab Promises, just because it fixes that. I'm still going to grab Promises just because it's so strong. Just 0 cost Sun Earth means on turn 6 I can hit my max innate. So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing. So favors, so I get an energy, and I'm going to gather some Dahan. I'm going to gather 2 Dahan over to here. And I'm going to use my bonus gather to gather a single Dahan over to here. Thinking, and then I'm going to use my, do I want to use my right innate? I'm going to use my right innate to gather this Dahan over here into E3, like this. That's my right innate. And now the whole point is I'm going to have my left innate. That's going to, wrong button. My left innate here is going to allow 2 Dahan to strike first, and that's going to be used over here in my E1, clearing this land. I'll take the blight on E6, but the Dahan will trade, and then now you guys can see why I did the play as I did on turn 1. And that is because with Call to Vigilance, I can push the town out of E7, creating a pocket, and then with Surrounded by the Dahan, I could gamble on my E8 and clear the land. So like, this is why I did that play. I know it was a 33% chance, it's low, but I was willing to take that risk at the cost of 1 energy, because normally I'm reclaiming on turn 3 anyways. So by doing this play, I have that chance. And then, of course, if it was jungle, this play also works because I just pushed the town explorer out of my E7, and now I've really nicely pocketed this. It just means I have this E3. The only reason this plan doesn't really work is if it's mountains early, in which case I get the least value from this play, but it's still just excellent. Okay, and actually I'm gonna leave my presence. I actually think I leave my Dahan here just because I have my coordinated raid where I can use that in this land to clear it. So I have a ton of targets. Okay, so let's see that event. Relentless Optimism, amazing card with Hearth-Vigil. So foreign diseases, I got to add that disease to the land with the most stuff, and then I lose a Dahan. But we're Hearth-Vigil, so screw you. So yeah, we don't actually lose any Dahan. We also have offerings of Pattern and Dance, so I gain a free energy. Sands Ravage, we're gonna first strike here in E1, killing the Town Explorer. We then blight over here in E6, killing the Town Explorer, and then I would have to Scotland 6, but there's no adjacent town. That's why I pushed this stuff out of E7. They build Wetland, and we are in such a good position here. What's the Explorer? Wetland would be amazing. Sands is also pretty good. Well, yeah, no, Sands is also really good just because that disease ad now stops this, and we need to explore here on E6. This is where I can choose to gamble again if I really wanted to. When I say gamble, I can choose to use, like, hope for beast damage here, clearing this. Oh, and I have to escalate. So I'm going to escalate into here. And I'll use my coordinated raid. I just killed this. Player on beast damage. It only stops the Wetland Explorer. Yeah, I'm going to play around beast damage. I'm going to gamble again here. Worst case, it builds, and then we'll explore here if it's wetlands, but I think... Actually, no. We escalate to here, and we kill this. And I get one less fear. And I'm doing this play instead because I can clear this wetlands out, and then now I've essentially pocketed all of this land. Yeah, because letting this town build means it would cause both wetlands to explore. And the disease ad means no city build. So that was my coordinated raid. Time passes. And why are those cards in my hand? I've only had 2 growths. Okay, so that means these should be my discard. Okay, so I'm going to reclaim, going bottom track, and now I'm just flushed with energy. Without the event, I should be at 3 energy, and then without Story and Season, I should be at 2 energy. Oh, I get to reclaim a card with Story and Season too. Do I really want to do that? Gosh, what a silly card. No, I don't think I'm going to. This is where I could just get even more far ahead, where I can just reclaim one of the cards. I'll have Promises plus another card here. I guess it'd be Coordinated Raid. I'm talking myself into it. Yeah, no, I should do it. Yeah, wow, because normally I have to reclaim here, but because of Story and Season, I can reclaim it. Remember, it says, if you have at least 3 Dahan, you gain energy, reclaim a card. So, I'm going to go Presence for bottom track, trying to get to those 4 plays. And this Presence I'll throw over here into E5. And I already have the card I need, so do I want to get energy? I'm going to get energy. Yep, we'll get energy. And then we use Promises to gather 2 Dahan. I'm going to gather these Dahan into here. Promises, I now have my right innate. I'm going to use that to gather this Dahan into here, as well as this Dahan. Actually, I will not. I will leave this Dahan. And we will actually gather Dahan like this. Gather Dahan like that. And we'll place our presence here. I think that's the play. Yeah, we do this. Because now I can coordinate and raid either this land or whatever land that comes up. I first strike over here on E1. Yeah, life is good. See what we get here. Cities Rise and Dahan Defend. Perfect. So Cities Rise, I'm just going to do it here. Because I automatically kill the land. And look at that. We also got Beast Push, so maybe I should have just gambled on this. I could have killed the town here, pushed the Explorer, but is what it is. Cities Rise, Fear card, Strife adjacent. Wow, it solves this too. So Wetland Ravage, Sands build, and the Explorer is wetland again. This is such a great, I can't wait to post this because it's like, I explain why I'm playing around stuff, only for it to like work out. Now, both these lands are pocketed. Now I do have to escalate first. So I would escalate here into E3, and then I have to explore into E4. So it is still sad that one of the lands does still get an Explorer, but I mean, I'm like so far ahead it doesn't even matter. I'm gonna use Coordinated Raid just to kill the town over here on E3. Actually, no, we'll kill the Explorer because I want to pocket the jungle. Yep, we'll do that. And yeah, I mean, next turn I get to reclaim. Just in such a powerful position. We'll go Presence into here. And I'll be playing Surrounded of the... Now I'm just going to reclaim loop all game. Surrounded will go. I'll then play Coordinated Raid, and I'll also play Call to Vigilance. So every turn I'll be getting 5 fear, plus I'll be maxing my innates. Just going to be in a power position. They won't be able to even stop me. So I'm going to use this reminder token to represent my right innate, and we'll use my right innate here. I'll gather 2 Dahan. Actually, we'll gather these 2. We'll leave my presence here. We will use Surrounded by the Dahan. Actually, we'll do this. We use Surrounded by the Dahan for 3 fear. 1, 2, 3. Over here. And we are ready to go. Lesser Spirits Imperiled. Darn. So this is why, I just discard Story and Season, and then I paid 2 energy. And this is why I chose the energy route. I should have mentioned this. It's so that I could pay for any of these payment events. I destroy presence, sure. I then gain a permanent element. This is where I grab Sun or Earth, but because I already have that, I'm going to grab Air. Oh no, I don't want Sun. I don't want Air. Because no matter what, I guess I grab Earth still, right? No, I grab Sun. I think I still grab Sun because I don't want to use Promises now. Or I don't want to use... Yeah, we'll grab Sun. Dahan gathered to a land with Dahan set up as symbols. Sure, we'll go like this. And we can push a beast and a fear card. Okay, Sands Ravage, Scotland 6, Wetland build. Explorer's Mountain Jungle. Explores a town, but then the Hearth-Vigil right innate triggers, killing it. We have that Coast card coming up. We have Call to Vigilance, 2 fear, pushing this Explorer. We have Coordinated Raid, killing this town. Let's reclaim. And we'll reclaim with the energy here. So everything will die in this Mountain Ravage. Yep. And we will do Surrounded plus probably do this. I'll be at 3 energy. Next turn I'll be, we'll do this. So Surrounded by the Dahan. Oh, so first I have to do that Growth 1. Gather a single Dahan into here. We then use my right innate. We use that right innate here. So I just immediately kill the town that pops up. Actually, no, we'll use the right innate here. The town that explores. And then we use the Surrounded, 2 fear, to isolate this land. So they'll explore a town here, it'll die. Explore a town here, I kill it with Coordinated Raid. And then, I guess I technically don't need Call to Vigilance, do I? It's fine. Next turn, I can gather all of the Dahan into here, and that should clear it. We have GG pretty soon. Ominous Dawn, we get 2 fear. And none of that does anything. Fear cards does nothing. Choose a different... Does... Oh, I guess I could do 1 damage here. Can take out a city. And seek safety. Okay. So Ravage, Scotland 6. Builds. It's isolated, so they don't have to build here. We have a Coastal Explorer. Town comes down. Towns comes down. It immediately dies because of Hearth-Vigil's right innate. Call to Vigilance, 2 fear. Pushing this town over to here. Coordinated Raid, 2 damage, killing the city. Time passes, and we reclaim again. We go for the top track. Put the presence here. And we want to do surrounded, favors, plus coordinated raid. We do favors, 1 energy, gathering 3 Dahan. Rightinate, gather 2 Dahan. Surrounded, 1, 2, 3. Ooh, I think I might have been doing, I think I've been just playing this as 2 fear every time. I think I probably should have an extra couple fear, but we'll live. And then I have tier 3 of my left innate, which makes all my Dahan strike first, which means that will wipe out the land. This does increasing aggression, add disease, sure, fear card, Dahan defend, it's funny. It's nothing. Okay, so all my Dahan strike first, so it's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 3, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that is GG. Good game, invaders. Nice try. Yeah, I mean, this is, I think, a perfect example of just playing to your outs, playing around the edge cases. Like I said, we did the gamble earlier for that wetland. Paid off. I made the play here to stop the town build, to stop the explore here. Yeah, I mean, this is just textbook. I mean, yeah, we got a little lucky. I mean, mountain didn't come up early. Hearth-Vigil takes, I mean, we took 1 blight this game, but sometimes, usually it's about 3 to 4 blight. It just comes down to how early this mountain comes up. Because if it comes up on that first ravage, you actually can't stop it, and you just take 2 blight unless you draft Nature's Res. But we also drafted that this game. But yeah, this is a fun game. I liked it. If you guys like this video, like and subscribe for more content. I will see you guys in the next video.